Hello, Crybaby Squad. Oh, crap. Hello, Crybaby Squad. Hey, Squad. Where's everyone? Where's everyone? Where, guys? Hi. Hey. Ammon. So, basically, I'm gonna end the stream quickly. I'm gonna end the stream, guys. I'm gonna quickly restart it, though. Okay? Thank you. Hello. 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 How are you guys? How are you guys today? That's good. So I'm doing this basically if you guys have any like questions or suggestions or anything. So I guess just let them loose, I guess would be the right phrase. I'm doing pretty good. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous. I don't normally socially interact very well and I'm very socially awkward, so I apologize for that. I was wondering if any of you maybe had some suggestions or questions or anything for me, because if you do, thank you. Thank you. I was I don't know. I remember that under my All I Want for Christmas Is You video that Koki Chioma, sorry if I pronounced that wrong, mentioned really liking my singing voice. I was wondering if maybe you guys wanted to request a song or something and I could sing it over live stream. So yeah. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah. So I just my favorite actress in Harry Potter is Emma Watson. And I think it's sad that so many people will grow up seeing her as Belle and not Hermione. It's just sad. Yeah. What are your guys' favorite Harry Potter actor or actress? Because I can see that we've got some Harry Potter fans in the chat, which is awesome. Yeah. Yeah, this isn't going too well. Um, Mine is awesome. It's nice. I remember a post on, I think it was Pinterest, with Tom Felton, and he had posted that he was going to bed, and then he got a reply so funny that he almost replied, and the reply was, "Can I slither in with you?" I just thought that was funny. Not only because he played Draco Malfoy, but because Slytherin is my house, and I thought that was really funny. Um, um, so, um, I'm really socially awkward. Cool. I have a friend who's a Ravenclaw. I also have a friend who's a Hufflepuff. Yeah. I have a lot of Harry Potter friends. Like a lot of Potterhead friends. Do y'all have a favorite book or something from Harry Potter? Mine is the last one, Deathly Hallows. It's like the best book in my opinion. Yeah, this is really weird. uh, um, uh, um, I don't know. I'm kind of run out of conversation ideas really quickly, so sorry about that. Uh, Nice. Third movie's one of my favorites. Wait till you get to the fourth movie. It's amazing. It is amazing. I actually got all the books for Christmas. It's awesome. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. It was. I also got a bunch of art stuff. And I was able to. I gave it to. Thank you. Thank you. What? If you don't mind me asking, what did you guys get for Christmas? Nice. That's awesome. I got a box of Whoppers in my stocking, and that was awesome. And I also got a little ornament with mistletoe on it, and I held it over my cat, and I kissed her under the mistletoe, and I nearly got scratched in the face. And then I went into my family. I'm like, I had my first kiss. On a related note, I had my first kiss under the mistletoe. On a related note, my cat hates me. So I thought that was funny. Yeah. It was worth it though. Just a minute, guys. Please don't scream here. Please don't scream, child. I'm doing my question. Yeah. Oof, indeed. No, go on. Yeah. Sorry if you guys hear screaming in the background. Younger sibling, kind of throwing a tantrum. So, sorry if you guys hear screaming in the background. Yeah. So, yeah. Definitely oof. Yeah. Younger one likes to throw tantrums a lot, so. Also, I was thinking this live stream could kind of work as a Q&A thing, so you guys could maybe get to know me better, and was wondering what you guys thought about that. Yeah. 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 Nice. Thank you. So, I mean, I guess if y'all have any questions for me, I guess just leave them in the chat. And we'll go from there, I guess. Yeah. And I'll answer them the best I can. Okay, I shall do that. Okay. All right. This is actually going a lot better than I expected. Yeah. This is definitely going a lot better than I expected. Definitely. Nice. Okay. That's awesome. Yeah. This is actually going a lot better than I thought it would, because, I mean, I'm really socially awkward, like I said, and so I tend to freeze up a lot. So, yeah. My favorite color is dark pink, like a dark metallic-y sort of thing. Pink's been my favorite color ever since I could remember, and it's just kind of evolved over the years. It used to be hot pink, then it gradually just got darker. Now my favorite is like a dark glittery pink. Or no, if I had to choose one color. If I'm able to choose more than one color, it would be the rainbow. Thank you. What's your guys' favorite color? Nice. Purple is a really pretty color. Yeah. Purple is a really pretty color. Yeah. It's a really pretty shade of color. I mean, really. You're welcome. Hey, I have an idea. Do you want me to see if I can find a song? And maybe pop up the lyrics. Well, not on here, but pop up the lyrics for myself, and that can be the song. Maybe. I will be right back. I'm gonna find a song. I am back. I found one. It's one of my favorites. It is called Body by Jordan Salste. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce it. Sorry. So I guess here it goes. I guess I don't know. Yeah, I will try my best, but like I said, they're screaming in the background, so I may have to try again. Um, okay, let's do this. Okay, you guys are gonna have to bear with me. I'm not really used to singing. Okay, I'm gonna attempt to do this. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I'm more than, I'm more than, I'm more than. Body, let me see your body. Take off all your makeup and your clothes. Trust me, why don't you just trust me? You're the only beauty, show me more. You're not a diamond dozen, oh, your skin is golden. Let me show the whole damn world. You're one in a billion, the only thing you're missing is some tape over that mouth. Body, I'm more than my body. You can pack your things up, but I just go. Body, I'm more than my body. Don't owe me a thing, no, not at all. I'm not a toy to play with, not just a sight to see, and my mind is worth its weight in gold. I'm not a dime a dozen, I know I'm worth just more than you will ever know. Touch me, you just wanna feel me, you just wanna share me, you don't care at all. Trust you, why don't I just trust you? You just wanna use me, now I know. Body, I'm more than my body. You will never get me, but by just go. I'm more than, I'm more than, I'm more than my body. I'm more than, I'm more than, I'm more than my body. I'm more than, I'm more than, I'm more than my body. I'm more than, I'm more than, I'm more than my body. I'm more than, I'm more than, I'm more than. So that was my Disney princess soprano voice, and that song was called Body by Jordan what's his face, can't pronounce his name. Yeah, that's one of my favorite songs. So yeah, yeah. um um what type of music do you guys like to listen to? I'm kind of all over the place. So the song, that would be awesome. and I promise I will get on as soon as I see it. As soon as I see it. Nice. What type of music does Jack Stauber do? Sorry if I pronounced it wrong. Um 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 mm, um yeah. Nice. Um uh um nice. Sounds like that would be my jam then. Definitely sounds like. Nice. What kind of animation? Nice. Um um yeah. I love animation. Mm-mm. I love animation though. Um yeah. Oh nice. Realistic animation has gotta look super cool. I might just look him up later. Cause that sounds like it would be awesome. Just hands down awesome. Um it is. I bet. I'll make a mental note to look it up later and I'll let you guys know what I thought of it. Um yeah. Okay. You know that like thing like where you feel like super old because you like watching or listening to something that's super outdated? Where you like listening to something that's like super outdated, but you like love it so much, and then like no one else has ever heard of it, and you're like, "What? You don't listen to this?" And they're like, "No, that was from like the '80s." And I'm like, "Okay, fair enough. Queen was from the '80s." Yeah. So I listen to a lot of older music. So it's really funny because one time I let my dad listen to some of my music, and one of my favorite bands is Set Off, and I had him listen, and I asked him if he wanted to listen to one of their songs, like 10 seconds, and he's like, "That is definitely emo," and I'm like, "That is definitely why I like it." It's like, well, yeah, that sounds like you, so, um, yeah, I don't know. I can't listen to Set It Off very often, though. Like, unless I'm on, the computer or something, I can't really listen to Set It Off because of the swear words and stuff in it. Yeah. Although my parents said that I don't a little bit ago said that I don't know what heavy metal is. And so I'm like, I know a heavy metal song, or at least it's somewhat heavy metal. Like what I'm like Popular Monster, and then they played it. And then they're like, "How about you listen to this? It's Metallica." I'm like, "I've listened to Metallica before." And they're like, "Mm-hmm." And so they played. I'm like, "I love this song," which actually I did. The song is called "Enter Sandman," but my favorite Metallica song is I think it's called "Moth to Flame." It's really cool. I like it. So yeah. Um like how many of us are just like that one person? Like when someone asks to borrow our headphones or something, like their ears are like assaulted because of how loud we listen to our music. It is nice. It is. Yeah. Um ow. Just a minute. You know like Um, hmm. Um, um, uh, um, uh, if, um, if, you guys can give me a minute, I can, so the mini movie I'm working on is actually based on a story I'm writing, and if I can get someone to get it for me, maybe I could read some of it. I have about 12-ish chapters so far. Just a minute. Hey Papa, can you do me a huge favor? Can you go in my room and get my story, please? It's on my bed. You'll be able to see it. It's the red notebook that has the Thank you. I will be getting that in just a minute. But I actually finally came up with a title for it. It's been like so long. I came up with a title for it. It's called The Space Between Her Dreams. And basically that story is a script for the mini movie I'm doing. I said notebook. The red notebook that has The Space Between Her Dreams written in Sharpie on it. Thank you. It should be on the bed. It might be buried under my blanket. Thank you. Okay, I'm back. Yeah. So maybe I could read some of it, but just as a forewarning, it's very, very dark, and it's very, very dark, and yeah, it's just very, very dark. Very, very dark concept. It's kind of like a sci-fi. I don't know if it would count as a horror or thriller or whatever, but whatever. So, just a heads up before I read it. Yeah. So I I can't wait until I can get the mini movie out. And I was thinking that I might voice act one of the parts maybe. Because I think that would be really cool to do. I don't know. Do you guys think I should voice act part of it? Like one of the smaller parts or something? Because I suck at making decisions. Okay. I'll see what I have. I might do. Thank you. Oh, sorry. I might do Lucas, maybe. Yeah. So I actually have it with me. It's called The Space Between Her Dreams. And thank you. So let me see how many chat crud. Just a minute. I dropped my pen. You're fine. You're fine. I can tell you one other person. You don't have to. You don't have to. I'm not forcing you to do it. The good thing about being a small channel, though, is that with this, it takes forever to find people for the voice acting, meaning that I have plenty of time to get my story and my mini movie finished. So it's awesome. I have 13 chapters so far. How many do you want me to read? Because I have no problem. Yeah. Which is awesome. I will just censor the swear word like I did in the mini movie. Yeah. So I mean, I haven't finished the 13th chapter yet. But I mean, how many chapters do you want me to read? Maybe 4, 6. I will read. Crap. 3. Okay. Just a minute. Let me. Okay. Would up to chapter 5 be okay? Would up to chapter 5 be okay with you guys? Because I mean, I have a prologue too, but it's like half a page, and I don't have to read it, but yeah. Okay. Oh, I should probably put some warnings on this. Okay. I'm gonna put some warnings on it because in the crap, which chapter is it? Blah 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 blah. Where's the chapter? Where is the chapter that I want? Bloop 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 bloop. Aha! In the 3rd chapter, I can skip parts of it if you want me to, but in the 3rd chapter is when she wakes up and finds her best friend dead. So if you want me to skip past that, if you want me to leave out some of the details of that, I don't have a problem with that because it's like a really really sad part of the book. So if you want me to leave that part out or leave out some of the details or something, then I can do that. I just wanted to do that because I know some people will get triggered by that. So I just wanted to make sure that you guys would be okay with that. So yeah. I'm just gonna make sure that y'all are okay with. Okay. I can just mention that she died instead. Oh, mentions. I could just skip the chapter if you want me to, and I could just go ahead to chapters. What is it? And I could just go ahead to chapter 4. If that would be better. Cause I think chapter 3 is the only one that has that in it. So I could do. Yeah. I'm glad I asked. Yeah. Okay. Just leave out some details. I can do that. That I can do. I just wanted to make sure you guys are okay with it. Okay. Prologue. The air around me is cold and sour, and all around me I hear yelling. I can't tell what is being said, or who it is being said to. I try to get up only to find I can't move. I'm stuck in a paralysis of sorts. I'm stuck in a paralysis of sorts. It's hard to explain, but it feels like how you might imagine being in a skin-tight plastic casing. Doesn't exactly feel like that, but that's the best explanation I can think of right now. Okay, I will leave some of the details out, I promise. The last thing I remember before I black out is the sound of a gunshot. Chapter 1. Liz, it's time for school. It took me a moment to register who was talking. Liz, get your butt out of bed or we're both going to be late. I let out a long, exasperated sigh as I pulled myself off of the couch. For a split second, I forgot where I was. Then I realized that I spent the night at Elena's house because my parents were on a business trip in Houston. I trudged over to the bathroom so I could get ready for the day. Gosh, I look awful, I said, looking in the mirror. I pulled on a worn-out pair of jeans and an old tank top. But just as I was putting on the tank top, something caught my eye. On my shoulder was a decently deep cut that I swear on my life I've never seen before. I shrugged it off, though. I find new cuts and bruises alike all the time. But all the same, it was unsettling. Cuts aren't normally that deep on accident, are they? I couldn't concentrate on much of anything other than that mystery cut, 'cause as much as I tried, I just couldn't shake the feeling that maybe somebody did this on purpose. I decided to ask Elena to take a look. Maybe she'll know what I got cut with, I think to myself. My first thought was Elena because she's pretty good at figuring out what cuts made with different objects look. Give me a minute. For example, a cut made with a 3-bladed razor leaves 3 thin cuts within equal distance of each other and is normally quite shallow, whereas a cut made with a typical ridge kitchen knife tends to make just one cut line, doesn't normally bleed much, and if someone is intense enough to make it bleed, the person who gets cut will have a permanent scar. Anyways, after school, as I was heading back over to Elena's house, I saw, or at least I thought, I saw a pale man with dark brown hair. But what scared me the most was the fact that where his eyes should have been were just empty, blood-filled sockets. He didn't even seem to notice me. He just kind of stood there. Well, as any even remotely sane person would do, I got the heck away from there. I took off in full sprint and didn't stop until I was inside Elena's house. With every step of my sprint, the only thing I could think of was that man. When I finally made it inside and had made sure I was at least a little bit safe, I half threw myself and half fell on the couch and was passed out before my head hit the pillow. Chapter 2. The first thing I realized is that the air now smells like a kind of mix between antiseptic and animal crap. I try to cover my nose, only to find some sort of invisible push it back down on the ground. Gosh dang it! I exclaim as I try to fight against the force. I eventually give up despite the smell. Then suddenly, I felt a sharp pang of pain in my left thigh. What the heck is your problem? I screamed at nobody in particular. I winced as the pain steadily grew worse. It felt like somebody was slowly pushing a switchblade in my thigh. Then I cried out as I felt something warm and liquidy run down the side of my thigh. It took me about 5 seconds to realize that I was bleeding. I was extremely ticked off at this point, so I decided to try my luck. So in a burst of impulsivity and stupidity, I screamed as loud as I could, then attempted to pull whatever was in my thigh out of it. But before I could even finish screaming, I felt a hand over my mouth. I tried to fight off the mystery hand, but just as I started to do so, I felt 4 other hands close down on me. I felt 2 of them pin my arms to the ground, and 2 of them on my lower legs. Little did I know that these hands may have been the difference between life and death. Chapter 3. I wake up to find Elena cuddled up to me, asleep. I check the time on my phone. It's only 3. I'll just stay here till she wakes up, I thought to myself. So I just pulled my headphones out of my backpack, plugged them in, and listened to some nightcore music for a while. I had just started my playlist when suddenly I remembered my dream. I curiously lifted up my pants leg, and sure enough, when I had gotten up to my left thigh, there it was, the mark that showed me that I might not have been dreaming after all. I racked my brains trying to figure out what was going on, but try as I might, I still wasn't any closer to figuring it out than when I started. Okay, I thought to myself, take a deep breath and analyze what you already know. I took a few deep breaths and stated the facts. 1. I have a knife wound on my thigh. 2. I have a deep cut on my shoulder. 3. They both appeared mysteriously. And 4. They both seemed to appear right after I woke up. It's not much, I thought to myself, but it's a good place to start. I looked over at Elena to see if she was awake. Awake yet. When I saw a corpse, I felt like I was watching my world crash and burn. Blah 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 blah. Sobbing. Okay. Crud. Just a minute, sorry. I lost my place. By the time they got there, I was getting dehydrated and was still giving heaving sobs. They tried to ask what happened, but I was hyperventilating so much that I could barely get out a full word, much less a full sentence. I watched as I choked out one last goodbye to my friend. Suddenly, out of nowhere, all the memories her and I shared came flooding back. All the times we were happy, silly, or excited came and went, mixed with all the times I ever hurt her, made her mad, or wasn't able to stop her from doing stuff she shouldn't. I know exactly what she would tell me now, I thought. She'd tell me to stay strong and stay safe. She'd tell me not to hurt myself or try anything dangerous. She'd tell me to learn from her mistakes and not to repeat them. For the next few days, I didn't sleep and I barely ate. I wanted to do everything in my power to find who did this to her and make them pay with more than their life, with their spirit. I was determined to avenge their death. Was that okay? Did I was that okay to Are you okay with that? Was that okay? Cuz I just wanted to make sure. Was that okay? Good. Chapter 4. First things first, I told myself. I need to decide what to do next. I tried to get up so I could get water, only to find myself either unwilling or unable to stay standing. I flopped back onto the couch, and I was asleep before my head hit the pillow, so to speak. The first thing I realized is that I had a massive headache. And not one of those, oh, my head hurts, I should probably take some Tylenol or something. It was one of those headaches where you feel like somebody's trying to drill into your flipping head. I was in so much pain that I couldn't even move. I was afraid that if I moved even an inch, that I would be in such bad pain that I wouldn't even have the strength to black out. Thank you for the compliment. I have a very dark imagination. It gets better, though. It does get better. I'm not sure which chapter, but it does get better, I promise. To some extent. Just a minute. Can you please not be loud? I'm trying to live stream, Ammon. Dude, child. Okay, thank you. Sorry, I'm back. Thank you. Okay. The last thing I remember seeing before I lost consciousness completely was the white popcorn ceiling of what used to be Elena's home. My dreams were filled with terrifying scenes, each one somehow worse than the last. Okay. First, I heard someone screaming. Then, after a little bit of that had gone on, I was just barely able to make out a few words of what someone I assumed to be a woman was screaming. Don't I like the. I was just starting to process what she had said when I saw something that made me instantly paralyzed with a mixture of fear and guilt. A little ways from where I was laying was Elena, but this wasn't the Elena that I knew. This Elena was deathly pale. Her honey blonde hair was now matted and dirty. But worst of all, where her eyes should have been, were now occupied with a slit. Where her eyes and mouth should have been, were now occupied with a slit-open smile from ear to ear that looked as though it was about a week old. But the thing that hit me the hardest was that instead of eyes, she had empty, blood-filled sockets. Chapter 5. I woke up with a start. I could still hear the screaming vividly in my head. My tongue and throat felt as dry as sandpaper. Then it dawned on me that I was so out of it that I couldn't even remember the last time I drank any kind of liquid, let alone water. After what felt to me like forever, I finally dragged myself to the sink. You have no idea how amazing it felt to have water wet my parched sandpaper mouth. Felt like a stone-dry riverbed magically filling up with water, the dry dirt quickly turning into mud as the water seeps deeper and deeper into the dry earth. If you can imagine that, then you'll be able to know how I felt as I gulped down water. Once I had had my fill of water and went pee because of how much water I drank, decided that it was no longer safe for me in this house. So I spent the next 3 hours deciding what to take and what to leave. In the end, I decided on a small backpack with only a picture of Elena, a credit card with gosh only knows how much money in it, an extra about $15 in loose change, my phone and charger, headphones, and some non-soilable food. I said one last goodbye to the house, taking as long as I could. Finally, when I could find no more reason to stay, I left with tears in my eyes. As I was walking down the street for the first time, I started thinking about where I could stay. I couldn't go to another friend's house, not after what had happened to Elena. And I couldn't go to a family member's house, because if someone or something was able to kill a 16-year-old girl in a matter of seconds, then there's no telling how fast they could kill a fully grown adult with an already weak immune system. And that is the end of the 5th chapter. What did you think? That was your little sneak peek at my chapter and my story so far. I guess things start going better for her in the chapter. Okay. They start going better around chapter 7. That's where she meets Lucas, so yeah. I'm not sure if that's a compliment or not, but I'm going to take it as a compliment. Thank you. Because I love writing dark stuff. So, that's basically the plot line for my mini movie. So, yeah. Yeah. I have a really dark creative side. My creativity gets really dark sometimes, so okay, thank you. I don't know, some people it's a compliment and some people they're trying to insult me with it, so. Hi, Uncle Jason. Okay. Does anyone have any questions for me? 'Cause, I definitely wouldn't mind answering. It's a lot easier, honestly, for me to talk to people when I don't have to be, like, looking straight at their face. No offense to all of you, but when I don't have to be looking at someone's face, it's a lot easier to talk to them. Um, what is your question? Um, hmm. What? Shoot away. Um, gosh, my voice hurts. I do not, unfortunately. All I have is Quora and Pinterest, and I don't really check on those very often. If I do end up getting, if I do end up getting TikTok though, I will let you guys know. But for now, I do not have TikTok. As much as I want it because I've seen people do some really cool things with it. Um, okay. Um, uh, oof, my mouth is dry. Um, ooh, um, do you guys want to know a random fact about me? It's up to you. It's up to you. I don't, okay. Random fact is that I love drawing on myself so much. So I used to draw myself with Sharpie. And I love drawing myself so much that one of my friends actually got me specific pens just for drawing on yourself. They came with stencils and everything. It's awesome. So that's my random fact. Yeah. Um, um, yeah. Thank you. Also, one other thing is, if you guys have any video suggestions, I have a pen and paper, so if you guys have any video suggestions, I would be more than happy to write them down. I run out of ideas really quickly. So, yeah. Here it is. Okay. Thank you, Liana. That's a really pretty name. Yeah. You're welcome. One of the videos that I'm working on is a Christmas vlog. I was actually going to post it on Christmas, but I lost inspiration. I haven't finished it yet. So, I'll try and get that out. Not sure when it's going to get out, but it'll hopefully get out sometime. Yeah. Oof, indeed. See, I have all these amazing ideas, but then I try and make a video out of them, and then the ideas are like, well, time for me to take a vacation. Goodbye. Figure this out on your own. Thank you. I really liked the one you did. It was really cool. Also, another video I'm working on is a video basically explaining my history with self-harm and hospitalization. It's also going to be a voiceover thing. But yeah. It's not that I lost inspiration for that one, it's that I can't work on it very often. Because I have like 3 other videos that I'm working on right now, so that I'm like actively working on. So yeah. Mm. Okay. How many of us like make jokes and then people look at us and they're like worried about us because we make because I know I do that. Nah. It's not overworking, man. I have all the time in the world, and one of my favorite things to do is to work on YouTube videos. So, it's not overworking. I just get like idea, okay, I'm going to do this, and then I lose inspiration and pick it up in like 2 months. So, yeah, no, I'm not overworking myself. Okay. I'm actually working on one. It might be out today. I'm not 100% sure when it'll be out, but it should be out today. Is if me, so it's if me IRL meant stranger kitties, and it's really funny in my opinion because it shows off my social anxiety and the fact that, okay, don't make fun of me for this too much, but I have like I don't know if you know who Stranger Kitties is, but I have like the hugest like crush in the world on that person. So I guess that's my pants showing through. But I have like the hugest crush on Stranger Kitties, so it was if me IRL went. Thank you. Thank you. But I do, yeah. So um I'm actually working on another movie, UwU and Sophia Darnley, I guess, on Padlet. The uh little teaser thing that I posted. That's actually part of a mini movie that I'm working on. It's called The True Price of a Daughter. So, again, I don't know when that one's going to be out either. Because like it's an actual like I'm trying to start making full-length mini movies. And those it's not overworking, but they tend to take me forever, so yeah. Ah. Yep. um uh um yeah. Oh, also another thing that should be out today is I'm doing another cringe compilation. Fangirls, Fanboys / Haters edition. I have Kimmy Rowe fangirls. I have Devilish Ari fangirls. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to. Okay, I even have Foxy fangirls, which is really disgusting, but whatever. And then yeah, I nearly barfed because I forced myself to watch a fangirl video and listen to Justin Bieber at the same time because that was what was in the video. It sucked. And then oh my gosh. And then for haters, I have Stranger Kitties haters. I have again Kimmy Rowe. Ah crap, who else do I have? Give me a minute. I don't know exactly who I have and who I don't have, like for everything, but those are some of the ones that I do have. I definitely have Foxy, which is really disgusting. Yeah. Yeah. If you guys want me to, I can take song requests again. 'Cause I know, Ileana, you mentioned, really liking my singing voice, so if, you want to give me a song, as long as I can, get a minute to, not even a minute, as long as I can get, a moment to look up the lyrics, I will do it. Again, as long as my thing is, I don't do songs that are sexualized in any way. Except for the odd Melanie Martinez song, but those. Okay. But I don't generally consider those over sexualized, so. Yeah. One of my favorite songs is This Is Home by Cavetown. Some of you might know that because I did a music video of it. So that's one of my favorite songs. And I don't know, a lot of people have said that they listened to it and then they looked over, and when they realized I wasn't singing, they were actually surprised because of how much it apparently sounds like me singing. So and I'm like, maybe, but wait a minute. Ooh, I have an idea. I can do Harry Potter impersonations. That it's actually one of the videos I'm working on is I'm doing Harry Potter impersonations and like their iconic. You're fine. You're fine. You are fine. No, you're not. You have your own. Get your own. It's in the pantry. And the one in the hallway is where your cereal is. Okay, good. You're still not getting any of my cereal. Stop it! Because it's not your cereal. Stop it! Small one screaming again. We got cereal for Christmas, and he wants my cereal, and I'm not giving it to him because he has his own. What I said, like when you accidentally left, was if you want me to do another song request, Ileana, and whoever else happens to be watching, I will take song requests. I just won't do sexualized songs. So, and I'm not technically allowed to do songs with swear words either. So, one of my favorites though is This Is Home by Cavetown. It's the one that I did my music video for my past. So, yeah. Hey. I know Ileana's here, but I'm curious. I see one other person that is here. I was wondering who else is here. Just out of curiosity. Anyway. No. Are you okay with Melanie Martinez? Okay. Maybe. Okay. I have one of my songs from her Crybaby album, which is actually where I got my channel name from, because I'm not a super fan, but I love her songs, so that's where I got my name from. Aha! Here it is. This one is called Cake, and it's by Melanie Martinez. Like I said, it's from her Crybaby album. So, here goes nothing. Ready, steady, go. Your skin is warm like an oven. Your kiss is sugary sweet. Your fingers feel like cotton when you put your arms around me. I feel like I'm just missing something whenever you leave. We've got all the ingredients except you loving me. And respectfully, I'm not a piece of cake for you to just discard while you walk away with the frosting of my heart. So I'm taking back what's mine. You'll miss the slice of heaven that I gave to you last night. You smell just like vanilla. You taste like buttercream. You're filling up my senses with empty calories. I feel like I'm just missing something whenever you leave. You've got all the ingredients except you needing me. So respectfully, I'm not a piece of cake for you to just discard while you walk away with the frosting of my heart. So I'm taking back what's mine. You'll miss the slice of heaven that I gave to you last night. If I am just a piece of cake, I am just a piece of cake. Then you're just a piece of meat. You're just a piece of meat to me. If I am just a piece of cake, I am just a piece of cake. Then you're just a piece of meat. You're just a piece of meat to me. I'm not a piece of cake for you to just discard while you walk away with the frosting of my heart. So I'm taking back what's mine. You'll miss the slice of heaven that I gave to you last night. The slice of heaven that I gave. This is the slice of heaven that I gave to you. The slice of heaven that I gave to you last night. And that is Cake by Melanie Martinez. I know I'm pretty much a super fan, but how much do you guys like Les Mis? Um, thank you, thank you. Do you guys like musicals? Hmm. Cause I know the two musicals I like the most are Wicked and Les Mis. So, and I know quite a few songs. Hmm. Have you heard songs from Wicked or Les Mis by any chance? Other than the music videos that I've done of them? Well, I mean, I guess that counts too. But, um, hmm, hmm, hmm. Trying to think of another song I could do. Well, if you guys want me to, obviously. I mean, um, uh, um, oh, one thing that I would like to know is if any of you guys have any video ideas that you would like me to do. Because I really do like doing requested videos from you guys. It's really fun. So that was something that I wanted to ask you. Yeah. Uh, um, hmm. Uh, um, go for it. I'm more than happy to answer your question. Yeah, I am more than happy to answer your question. Also, I don't know why I'm repeating myself so often. Hmm. Depends. Um, it more or less depends on what. This may sound weird, but what you use to edit your videos. Doing one. Give me a minute. I don't know. Let me see if I can find one. YouTube. Um. Um. Just a minute. Aha. Give me a minute to find it. I actually have a playlist. Gotcha memes. If I can frickin' find it. Dang it! Where is it? Where is it? Funny videos. Awesome Yonder Simulator. Gotcha memes. Here they are. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Oh my gosh. I don't know. Some of my favorites are okay. I should probably about time I ended the stream. Anyways, let me just quickly tell you. Some of my favorites are Let Me Take You Dancing meme. And Somebody Come Get Her, which one of those is really outdated. So I will see you guys later. And I will probably end up doing another stream sometime, but bye.